Welcome to the 3-minute series. This is unit number 15, Gestalt using art and creative media. This topic is a little hard to talk about because it's mainly experiential. This is part of often the Gestalt experiment, where we use different art forms or creative media as a part of the Gestalt work. So we can use psychodramatic forms, that's one creative form, but we can also use cartoons, for instance, and none of this has to do with people's creative abilities or their talents, and often people will balk at putting pen to paper or drawing something because they'll say, well, I can't draw. But that's perfectly fine. I just say, you know what, just get some colours and squiggle on the paper, I don't need them to do an actual representation of something. A couple of squiggles on a piece of paper, plenty to work with, because what you can do is you can say, well, be the squiggle. I noticed that the squiggle starts small, it gets big, and then it curls around. So what if you're the squiggle? That's one of those metaphorical things. You're the squiggle. Well, I'm little and I get big and then I flourish around. Well, do that with your body. Show me the wiggle and show me the flourish. These are ways we help the person step into awareness. And often in these expressive media, the person really communicates a huge amount. It's a bit like the dream. It really uncovers who they are, and we can very readily access deeper parts of the person. So there's many different creative media. Sometimes music, you can certainly use that. People choose a musical track that they really like and we play it or we talk about it, sing it out. Sometimes it's very good to always have some pen and paper there, some coloured crayons or something. And if someone's talking about being stuck in a situation, my mother-in-law, I can't stand her. Every time she comes around, she tries to tell me what to do. Okay, so draw a picture of your mother-in-law, or draw a picture of, her waggling a finger at you. And I notice that you've drawn the finger in red, so be the red finger. You just got to do what I say. And so we get the person to embody that. Embodiment is really the key in so much of Gestalt work, and in terms of the Gestalt experiment, and art and creative media help the person step into the experiment. Something a lot of people use is sandplay, which is another version of using creativity and creative media. So you have little, puppets or little items representative that people can place in a tray of sand. And through that, we can see the picture. It's very good for mapping out the field. We can see the people in the field and the relationships between them. We can get them to step into playing each of those characters. We can get them to own the different postures, or we can move them around. So it's a little bit psychodramatic on a small level. What else? Poetry I did mention. Sometimes you can get people to do poems. Often haikus are good. Someone doesn't have to be a poet. They can just do the different lines, create poems. Sometimes writing out cartoons, again, they can just do stick figures. That's perfectly fine, but it really helps open up and uncover a range of possibilities that otherwise would be much more difficult to access in therapy.